Flosstube, or should I say aloha, talofa, malo, lelei, and all those lovely Polynesian greetings. This is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter. I'm feeling particularly festive today. Yesterday we had a young lady in our church have her missionary farewell. She's leaving for 18 months to serve a mission for our church, and so the missionary farewell tends to be a big deal. And she is, well, her father is Tongan, and that means lots and lots and lots of family came, and everybody, just about everybody that was up on the stand had a lei that they were able to wear to just to be festive and bright and pretty. And I was up there because I'm the organist, and so I was given a lei, and I was really excited because I was having kind of a grumpy day. And then while I was playing prelude on the organ, the lady came and tied a lei on me, and I was like, oh, thank you, I feel beautiful, I feel special. So that brightened my day. So I get to wear my lei. The flowers are not real, the grass is real. It's really cool how they do it. They have this sort of velvety canvas fabric, and they take the grasses and they fold it and sew it down onto the fabric, and then the flowers have been hot glued on. So anyway, malo lelei. And let's see, with that, let's move on to the dad joke of the day. You know, I don't always love being a glue salesman, but I stick with it. Some of these are really corny, which is fun. That is as it should be, because it's a dad joke. Okay. I didn't write down my notes. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. This is my cross-stitch channel, so I'll talk about my cross-stitch. We'll just move straight on into that. Move into whips. I worked a little bit on Bird Sampler by Brenda Keyes. Isn't this just beautiful? I love this every time I get it out to work on it. And my progress is that I added some more leaves down this side of the border. They can be a little bit tedious, a little bit monotonous, but the effect is just so pretty. It's just really filling out this border so nicely, and I think it's just turning out so pretty. I can't wait to add in the birds on this border and start on the well, I'm kind of excited and kind of about the wording, because it is 1/1, and this is 32 count lambswool jobelin. I haven't done anything smaller than 1/1 on 28 count, and so 1/1 on 32 count should be a lot of fun. So anyway, this is Brenda Keyes Bird Sampler, 32 count lambswool jobelin, called for DMCs. As you saw, I got the pattern out of this book, Traditional Samplers by Brenda Keyes, which you can find on Amazon. If you want the bird sampler pattern, you don't want to have to get the whole book, it is available on the Kitten Stitcher website, and I will link that below, because I love this pattern, and everybody should just love this pattern and buy it because it's just beautiful. Okay. Another thing that I worked on was my Arches National Park piece. The last time I showed this, I was really excited to have, I hope that showed up okay. I was excited to have finished one of the browns in the arch, and so I moved on to another symbol. Excited to do a different brown. And when I pulled out the brown of the symbol I had chosen, it looked very familiar, and I checked and it's the same color. How I created this pattern, I took a picture. I mean, I didn't personally take the picture, but I found a picture online and I uploaded it to my WinStitch software, and it turned it into a cross-stitch pattern, but the colors were really muddy and dark, and so I changed all the colors. And apparently I assigned the same color brown to 2 symbols. And so I finished the one symbol. I was like, yes, moving on to the next. And it just so happened that the very next symbol I chose was the exact same color. And so I have to go in and fill in more of this exact same color. So here is where I'm at now. And I have filled in the second symbol of this brown right in here. And then I'm, you know, obviously I'm bringing it up and over here. So yeah, this is my progress on Arches National Park. And it's still fun, I still enjoy it. I just had a good laugh over the fact that that was the only color that I did that with. I checked all of the other colors, they are all different except for these 2 symbols that I'm doing right now. I wish I had known that before I stitched the one, and then I would have just stitched them both at the same time. That's okay. So yeah, Arches National Park. This one's looking fun. Obviously I've removed it from the Q-snap because I'm actually going to be putting it away for a while. I want to focus on other things. I have a lot of whips, and so yeah, anytime I get in the mood to stitch full coverage 1/1 on 28 count, then I can pull this one out again. And you know, the floss is already sitting there. Anyway, so that was Arches National Park. All right, another piece that I worked on, the cabinet by from Thistles, and it's designed by Lisbeth Gottschall. And I'm still working on this top shelf. So this time I put in the game board. It's kind of, the linen is very loose. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's a deceptively large amount of stitching. It took a few days of working on it to get that far. But it was fun, and I love the color variegation in the red. That is, I don't remember if it's Classic Colorworks or Gentle Arts, but the color is Claret, and it's just this very deep, vibrant, dark red, and it's got some really good variegation. So this is the entire shelf so far. All that I have left on this shelf is a stack of hat boxes that will go right here, and there's a little star decoration that hangs right here, and then I have to backstitch the planks for the wood backing on the shelf, and that will be done. And it's really pretty. I like it. It's fun to work on. This is one of, well, currently right now, it's the only piece that I have in my whips that is being stitched with fancy floss. I have kitted up another piece that I haven't started yet, and that one will also be in fancy floss, but this is the only one that I currently have going that's not DMC. So this one is fun to get out and work on. Okay, and then I just have one more piece to show. When I went to get started filming earlier this morning, my camera was very low on batteries, and so I just plugged it into charge and worked on stitching instead. And I pulled out Active Service by Purple Stitching. And this is a pattern I purchased on Etsy. And I love this so much. This is so very much my aesthetic, is old-fashioned and very subtle coloring. The coloring is not what you see here because my printer is stupid, but yeah, I love it so much. I love historical things. Anyway, I continue in my quest to give her eyes and, you know, finish her facial features. She is one stitch away from having a completed mouth. I'm really excited about that. There's like 8 stitches left to finish her nose, and it's 5 different colors. 8 stitches, 5 colors, yeah. The confetti is strong with this piece. I don't know how many colors or stitches I have left to finish the eyes, but it feels like 50. I know it's not because there's only 48 colors in the piece, but still. So yeah, this is what I worked on this morning. I put in several more colors in the eyes. They're starting to look less and less creepy. And of course, brought those colors down to the mouth or up into the hairline, down here, just wherever they are, so that I can finish up whatever floss I have left on the needle. And she is beautiful. I love her every time I get her out. I need to come up with a name for this beauty, and I haven't given it much thought yet. If you have any suggestions, that would be awesome. I may or may not take them, but it's always fun to hear other people's ideas. Obviously, this is a woman during World War I, the Great War, and you know, she's knitting a pair of socks to send to the soldiers. I only just realized this when I was looking at it this morning, but she's wearing a wedding ring, and that means she's probably like a war bride, and her husband is fighting, and maybe she's knitting some socks to send to her husband. And anyway, I come up with like this whole backstory and really get attached. But so if you have any ideas on what I could call her, go ahead and comment with that. That would be awesome. That is all the stitching that I got done. I believe that it will be a short video today. I was going to show some project bags, and I got a couple cut out. The interfacing is ironed onto the outer pieces. The zippers have been chosen. The trim has been crocheted. Everything is in place. The pieces of fabric are stacked right over there. I'm just looking at them, and I just didn't sew them together. They will be done by next week, and I can show those and list them on my Etsy shop, and hopefully have a couple more as well. Maybe some Ort pouches like I keep promising. I don't know, well, if I'm sewing and cutting out and ironing and all that stuff, I'm not cross-stitching, and so I get to where I'd rather cross-stitch than sew, which you guys understand, of course. And I don't want my project bags to become something that I view as drudgery. I want it to be something that I enjoy, so unless it's a special request and you know, I have somebody specifically waiting on waiting on the bags that I'm making. If I don't really feel like sewing, then I don't. So, you know, it is what it is. But I I do feel like sewing. I want to sew those like today. So yeah, I will have project bags to show next week, and I really need to work some more on designing. I don't spend a lot of time downstairs where the computer is. I like my upstairs realm better. Anyway, I'm blabbering now. I'm just rambling to have something to say. So on that note, I'll go ahead and stop rambling and get this uploaded so you guys can watch it. Have a great week, everybody, and happy stitching. Bye.